Hello, my name is Erandi Cedillos, and I'm going to be presenting on conversational recasting. What is a conversational recast? A conversational recast is a response to a child's utterance in which the adult repeats some or all of the child's words and adds new information while maintaining the basic meaning expressed by the child. In other words, a conversational recast occurs when the communication partner, whether it be a clinician or parent, repeats what the child says with the expanded correct language. This approach is good to implement for children with language disorders, including those with SLI. On this slide, I have provided some examples of recasts. On the left, we see a mother breastfeeding her baby with her toddler by her side. In this instance, the child might say, "Baby, eat." The adult can recast by saying, "The baby is eating." This recast includes the auxiliary is, present progressive ing, and the article the. The correct version of the utterance was simply modeled by the adult, without ever directly calling out or correcting the child. In the second scenario, we see two children playing. The boy pushing the car might say, "I push car." The adult can model, "You pushed the car," recasting the past tense ed and the article the. There are a few things to remember in order to use conversational recast effectively. We must remember that this approach is child-led. We must ensure that the language goal is developmentally appropriate for the child. We know when a child is ready for intervention when they produce utterances that require the use of a particular morpheme, but they are not using it correctly. We must not call out and correct the child. Rather, we must simply model or recast without expectation. This approach is most appropriate for the toddler preschool age population. However, it may also be beneficial for early school age children. In the references I used for this presentation, I found that the subjects used in the studies range between the ages of 4 and 7. So how can we implement conversational recasting into our sessions? This approach can be implemented across multiple settings, even via teletherapy, providing more flexibility for both the clinician and the client. This approach can be individualized and structured in a way to meet client needs. A small group session may also be implemented. However, we must remember that recast treatments that focus on a single grammatical target are more effective than recasting any grammatical error that occurs. With that in mind, we should ensure that our clients are omitting the same grammatical markers if we do implement this approach in a group session. Since this is a child-led approach, as I mentioned before, materials that can be used are anything that the client prefers or takes interest in. The key to this is to keep interactions natural and unforced. In my therapy demonstration, my client has chosen to play with the Play-Doh bake set that I own. I will be focusing on recasting past tense ed. You'll notice I try to place a slight emphasis on the inflected portion of the verb during recast. I also try to introduce the uninflected forms of the verbs, in this case, open, stamp, roll, squeeze, etc., in order to provide additional opportunities for the child to produce an utterance. Do you want brown Play-Doh or pink Play-Doh? I want both. You want both? Okay, first pink and then brown. Go ahead and open the pink.
Okay, I open pink.
Wow, good job.
I open it.
You opened it. I saw that.
Here? Here?
Yeah, you can put it there. Do you want to stamp it?
Stamp? I stamp it.
You want the blue stamp or the green stamp? Blue one. cool.
Stamp. It's stamp.
Go ahead and stamp it.
Like this?
Yep. What did you do?
I stamp it.
You stamped it. I see that. That's so cool. Looks like a pizza. So roll this.
More?
You want to do more?
More.
We can do more.
Can we make pizza
We can make pizza.
in the oven?
We can put it in the oven. I'm gonna squeeze mine. Squeeze. What did you do?
I push it.
You pushed it.
I pushed it.
It'll look like that.
So I roll it.
You rolled it. I like yours.
Again? I roll. Do I roll it?
You can roll more.
I roll it.
You rolled it. Good. How many should we do?
You 3, me 4.
I'll make 3 and you make 4. You can squeeze it.
Squeeze
it.
I squeeze it.
You squeezed
Squeeze
it.
it. You rip it.
I ripped it. I ripped it in half.
Me too.
You can.
I rip it.
You ripped it. One. 2. 3. Whoa. You stamped it.
I stamp it.
You stamped
I
it.
stamp it.
Let me close.
Close it. I close it. I close it.
You closed it. Thank you for helping.
I close it.
You can close this one. Here's that one.
I close it.
You closed it.
I close purple with brown.
Here's the brown lid.
I close it.
You closed it. Thank you for helping.
You're welcome.
Close this. We can put it away. Good cleaning. In my therapy demonstration, you may notice that my client was relatively engaged for the duration of the session. However, in any other scenario, you must ensure you have the child's attention before providing a recast. You may use cueing or prompting as needed in order to increase engagement or elicit an utterance from the child. In my case, you may see me asking the client, "What did you do?" in order to elicit that response. I kept the recast brief, and it is important to remember that if the child does not respond to your model, simply continue to model it without pressure. Remember, this population is young, and you don't want them to become dysregulated or withdraw by placing too many demands on them. You also saw me place light emphasis on the new, correctly inflected form. To end this presentation, I will list out a few more benefits of conversational recasting. Conversational recasting is an effective way for clinicians and parents to support language learning. It can be implemented in any setting and with any activity that the child prefers, which puts pressure off the parent and the child. This approach can target specific skills aligned with developmental norms And it is child led, which creates natural and maybe even additional opportunities to target goals and additional syntactic structures. Listed are my references where I extracted information in order to complete this presentation.